So today is a very special day. On this Tithi, about 500 years ago, Nityananda Prabhu performed a special pastime near Kolkata called Panihati festival. And this festival is called Chidadai festival, Chipped Rice festival, and also called Danda Mahotsav. Danda Mahotsav. Danda Mahotsav. Danda means punishment. Can you get here? Danda means punishment. So the Utsav, the festival of punishment. So this very special festival. So by this punishment, you see, through these pastimes, lot of things that we can learn. A lot of teachings are there. As I always say, Mahaprabhu came here for apane acharya dharma jivere sikhaye. That Mahaprabhu and his devotees by his own behavior is teaching. And while you are hearing the sweet pastimes of Chipped Rice festival, which was initiated by Nityananda Prabhu 500 years ago, now we see this festival has been spread all over the world. On this Tithi, all over the world, devotees, they go to the sea beach or river side or some pond. If nothing is there, they go to some forest and they enjoy this Chipped Rice festival. So today we listen directly from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami how he has described this Chipped Rice festival very nicely. So the main hero in this pastime is Raghunath Das Goswami. The whole Danda Mahotsav was celebrated for Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami, he comes from very rich family. His father, Govardhan Majumdar, uncle Hiran Majumdar, they are from caste family. During Muslim ruling period, they used to collect tax, 20,000 mudra they used to collect and give to government, and 1/4 of that they keep for them as commission. They are from very rich family. Raghunath Das Goswami, he appeared in a very rich, opulent family, but in his nature he was very renounced, very indifferent towards the material way of life. So from his childhood, actually he was blessed. He was blessed by Srila Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, he took birth in Bangladesh, then he came to Benapol, then he came to Haridaspur. After going different places, at one time he came to Chandpur, that is in one of the Adi Saptagram village, where Raghunath Das Goswami was a small boy that time, and it has been described that Haridas Thakur would see Raghunath Das Goswami, small boy. Just by seeing him, he would feel very happy. He's a nice, beautiful boy. He's a well-behaved boy. He would feel very happy. And it has been described. So that's why you are watching okay there? And, okay. So that's why they say that Haridas Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami was blessed by Haridas Thakur from his childhood, Vaishnav Kripa. Sometimes we ask Vaishnavas, please give me your blessings, give me kripa. What is this concept? If I ask some Vaishnavas, give me kripa, is that is the way that we can get kripa? No, this is misunderstanding. By asking Vaishnavas, please give me kripa, only that does not happen. It is not like that Vaishnavas are having their kripa in their Godrej iron chest, and you ask, give me some kripa, and they will just put 1 kilo kripa into the envelope and hand it over to you. It's not like that. How Vaishnava kripa comes? Vaishnava kripa comes if we behave in such a way, we engage in their service in such a way, we become obedient to them such a way, we develop some good quality within ourselves, by seeing which Vaishnavas will feel very pleased. Very pleased. So that is one way how to get the blessings of Vaishnavas. So Raghunath Das, Haridas Thakur just saw him, oh, such a nice boy. He pleased. Trying to reconnect. Disconnected now. Okay, connected again. This one is modem. So sometimes there is the connection problems. So you have to bear with us. So,
this one is very less sound.
Less sound, volume increase. Can you increase the volume? No. Okay. Okay, full volume is there. Sound is okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay? Okay. So the point I was trying to tell that we want to. This is okay. Sound going there? That also sound comes. We put it off for some time. Let us see. So, what?
Zoom is very clear, Maharaj. We can hear you nicely.
Okay, clear. Okay, thank you so much. So, okay, that is one thing. So he was blessed by Haridas Thakur, so he developed very renounced, very indifferent to materialistic way of life, even if he came from very opulent family. Then when Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, he was on his way to Vrindavan. Then he was tricked by Nityananda Prabhu and he was brought to Shantipur. Or sometime, that time or sometime he was in Shantipur, yeah, I think that time. Then Raghunath Das, he went to meet Mahaprabhu. He wanted to join Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu taught him. Mahaprabhu told him, Prabhur शिक्षा देते हो निज घरे जाए. Mahaprabhu gave some teaching, so he went. Mahaprabhu told him, don't show your Markata Vairagya. Better you go to your house. Vishya Bhunja, stay in your family life. But Antara, inside, you worship Krishna. So thus, being trained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami came back to his house. But his behavior was very nice. Before he was always telling, oh, I leave house, not all Vairagi bhav. Now he become very materialistic. He behaved like a great materialistic. Markata Vairaga chadi hoila Visai pray. It's not Visai, materialistic, but like Visais. Externally, internally, he was very renounced. But externally, for the pleasure of their family members, he was acting as if he is very materialistic person. His mind was with Krishna. So one of Acharya has described that what devotee will do, the Grihastha devotees especially, they will do all their household activities very sincerely, very nicely. They fulfill the duty to others. Those things should be done nicely. but their mind should be with it, their heart and mind should be with Krishna. And one example is given, just like a lady, a housewife who has a paramour, who has a relationship with other person, parapurusha. The parapurusha. So she, what she does? She takes care of her husband very nicely. She does all household activities very nicely, very perfectly, so that he can go, she can go and meet her paramour, the second person. The same way devotees also, what they do? They'll do all household activities, the duty to their family, duty to their society, everything very nicely. The mind and heart will be with Lord Krishna. So this is the way that we should do. That always we should keep our mind and heart with Krishna. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he followed the same principle. Externally he was like a great materialistic, but internally he was fostering Krishna consciousness very nicely. And as soon as father mother they saw, देखिया तो पिता मातार आनंदित मन, they're very happy. They're very happy. Oh, our son is doing household activities so nicely. Before he was trying to become Bairagi, now he's attached to family life. Very good, very good. So this is how the parents, they feel very happy when you become attached to your family life. People, they don't like when the children become Krishna conscious or devotee. You become miscreant, parents are very happy. Prabhupada is saying, the parents, they don't want their children to become devotee, because they are thinking that I am suffering from this household life. Why this fellow should not suffer? Why he will get liberation? Why he will become free from the sufferings? This fellow should also suffer like me. This is the way the materialistic family members, parents, due to their lack of proper intelligence, they think like that. In the same way, Raghunath Das parents also, देखिया तो पिता माता आनंदित मन. They are very happy, but they don't know what is going on inside. They did not know that. Then after some time, Mahaprabhu, he had gone to Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu came back from Vrindavan. And when Raghunath Das came to know Mahaprabhu has come back to Puri, then he wanted very much to go there. He wanted very much to go there. So, but every time he would go, then they would bring him back. Then they would catch and bring him back. So one time his mother became so worried. This fellow again and again going and come. Where we have to bring back. The mother told, Raghunath Das' mother told to his father, Putra Batula Haila, your son has become mad. Ihara Rakhaha Bandhiya. You should tie him in the rope. Tie him in the rope. Then father replying, which rope can I use to tie him? What strong rope can tie him? He has Indra Sama Aishwarya, opulence like Indra, Stri Apsara Sama, his beautiful wife, like a denizens of heavenly planets. In the meantime, when Raghunath Das was trying to leave the house, so his parents, they made him to marry a very beautiful girl. Sometimes the parents nowadays they do like that also. If they think their son is going to become Babaji or Sannyasi, so they marry him to a beautiful girl so that he will develop attachment to the girl and he will not take sannyasi. So the father is saying, by which rope can I tie? He has opulence like Indra, wife as beautiful as the denizens of heavenly planets, and that could not bind him. How can I bind him? We have given him birth, but we don't control his futures. And especially, how can we control him, one who has received the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Chandra re kipa hoya chhihare. This boy has received, that means father has recognized that. Govardhan Majumdar had recognized that Raghunath was blessed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Chandra re kipa hoya chhihare. Chaitanya Chandra re bato lukhe rakhite pare. Who can stop it? If somebody has become mad because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nobody can obstruct it. Since they are not allowing him to go. So one day, Raghunath Das Goswami came to know that Nityananda Prabhu has come to Panihati. Panihati is on the other side of Ganga. Adi Saptagram one side, Panihati on the other side. Then he went to see Nityananda Prabhu. That time Nityananda Prabhu was sitting on the bank of Ganga. Very beautiful atmosphere. That tree is still there under a huge banyan tree. And there is a nice platform surrounding banyan tree. If you go there, the beautiful view. Nowadays, nearby so many buildings, this, that time 500 years ago, it must be much more beautiful, nice. What it is now, it must be much more beautiful. So there he saw, Raghunath Das could see the bank of Ganga on the huge banyan tree. There's a nice platform and Pindara upare, on top of the platform, Basiachana Janakoti Surjodaya Kare, there is a personality sitting dazzling. The effulgence like Koti Surja, millions of sun, very effulgent person is sitting there, and surrounding him on the ground, all great personalities are sitting him. So you can, when you are hearing, should visualize how on bank of Ganga, huge banyan tree, most radiant Nityananda Prabhu sitting there and all his associates sitting at the bottom. And just by seeing this opulence of Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath is very surprised. Dekhi Prabhur Prabhav Raghunath Vismita. He is surprised to see. In far distance, he offered obeisances. So this is the way to offer obeisances to special to spiritual master. When you see spiritual master, the first obeisances you should do offer from far distance. Even if spiritual master does not see you, you should offer obeisances. Then second one, when you come closer, spiritual master can see you, then offer another obeisances. The third one, you go close to spiritual master so that spiritual master can listen that you are offering obeisances. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. So Raghunath Das Goswami, as soon as he saw from far distance, he offered prostrated obeisances. And Nityananda Prabhu's assistant pointed out, the Raghunath Dandavat Kare. The Raghunath is offering obeisances. And Nityananda Prabhu saw, he could see Raghunath. Very pleased, very pleased. Nityananda Prabhu in nature, by nature is very humorous and very funny nature, very strange nature. That's why he is known as Abadut. The way he dresses, the way he behaves, the way he speaks, put ornament all over his body, ornaments, one rings in one ear, another ring in no ear. Very strange. That's why his name is Abadut, known as Abadut. And he sometimes very heavy, but in very affectionate way he deals with the people, very interesting way. So Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, when he saw Raghunath Das, then he said, "Oh thief, thief, chora dila darasan, chora dili darasan, thief, today you have given, you have come to meet me. I ajitore karim dandan. Come closer to me. I want to give a good punishment. I'll punish you." If externally somebody will see that you go to some sadhu, and sadhu will address you like this, "You thief, come to me, I'll punish you." It's very bad. But Bengal, it is like that. Out of affection, and the seniors, they talk like this. But juniors, they know. It is talking to me out of affection like this. And he said, I aji tore karimu dandana. Please come close to me, I'll punish you. But Raghunath Das was not coming. Not because he was afraid of he'll get punishment, but out of respect. Out of respect. When you go to some assembly of sadhus, sannyasis, great personalities, the way been described, you should go sit at the behind and not sit straight like this, sit very humble mood. That is the way. I have read how the sadhakas, they go and listen. And he was not coming. Then Nityananda Prabhu went and pulled him close to him. Pulled him close to him. Akarsya tar mathe Prabhu dharila charan. Then he placed his lotus feet on his head. This is how to get the mercy. Raghunath Das was not running behind Nityananda Prabhu, grabbing his feet and pulling his feet. Sometimes we do in Bangladesh, People will pull your feet. Thousands of people, they don't understand what is happening to the Gurudev. Sometime I went, one lady came and biting my feet also to get a mercy. Also a very strange behavior. But from here we should see that Nityananda Prabhu was so pleased. He brought Raghunath Das and placed his lotus feet on his head. Here also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentioning Kautaki Nityananda Sahaj Dayamaya. He's Kautaki. He always liked to make fun. He's very funny, fun, Kautak. So then he pulled him and put on his lotus feet on his head, and then Nityananda Prabhu started to say, "You thief, Nikotan eyes, you are not coming close to me. Chora bhag dure dure. You thief, always staying away from me. Aaj lag pai achi dandi mutumare. Today I have got hold of you, I'll punish you." So what is the punishment? Raghunath Das is waiting because nothing was planned. He doesn't know what punishment Nityananda Prabhu will give. Any punishment, he will feel blessed. All the devotees curiously waiting because there is no plan of Chipradai festival. So they don't know what Nityananda Prabhu punishment going to give to Raghunath. Then punishment was declared. The punishment to you is Dadhi chida bhakshana karaha mor gane. That you have to feed yogurt and chipped rice to all my associates. So in this way, devotees must be very happy, saying Hari Bol, Hari Bol, very good punishment. Devotees are happy, they will get chipped rice and yogurt. Raghunath was very happy also. Suni anandita haila Raghunath mane. He is very pleased. Wow, very good punishment. Now I will serve all the devotees. And immediately he sent information to his village. And then from village they brought so much dadhi, chida, dugdha, sandesh, chini, sugar, kola means banana. All these things immediately brought and put around all these ingredients meant for Chida Dahi festival. And there will be festival. So this news spread all around. In Bengal, like Janmashtami. Janmashtami day is festival. Festival means Utsav. And next day is Maha festival, is Mahotsav. And what is Mahotsav means? Mahotsav means lot of taking prasadam. That is Mahotsav. So when the people they came to know the Mahotsav taking place, Bengal is like this. They know somewhere prasad distribution. From somewhere thousands of people come. They are very fond of prasadam. Especially Bengal people. I have seen, like in Calcutta, Sialda station and GPO, sometimes we distribute prasadam. Usually other places, you go to any other states, only street beggars or poor people come. Bengal is not like that. I have seen from office people come out to catch the train, but they will be standing there to get little prasadam, khichdi prasadam. They are so attached for this prasadam. So people came, unlimited, uncountable, cannot count, so many people came. So later on Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes so many people came. So there is no place, sufficient place. So people went standing by the side of bank of the river. Then finally so many people, there is no place, the bank of the river. They are standing inside the Ganga water and soaking the cheap rice and eating. So when all ingredients came, from different villages, different ingredients came, Sat Dui Chari Holna Taha Anailo. So then he brought there about 300-400 clay pots was brought, and big clay pots, small clay pots. So here are 7 clay pots, big clay pots, and he ordered one Brahman. He started to big pots, soak the water, soak the chipped rice. Chipped rice was soaked, big pot. Then they divided in 2 portions. They divided in 2 portions. Ardhak chanila dadhi chini kala diya. 50% or mixed with the sugar, banana and yogurt. Other also mixed with the tapta dugdha chida bhijaya. 50% chipped rice were mixed with the hot milk. Ardheka ghanamrita dugdhate chanila. Champa kala chini ghuta karpura tate dela. Listen, the ingredients were used. 50% of that chipped rice was mixed with the condensed milk, and it was mixed with champa kala. Champa kala is special kind of banana available in Bengal. Very sweet smell, very sweet, and smell also very nice. Mixed with sugar and ghee, camphor. When you prepare the chipped rice today, you should arrange all these things. Of course, this was 500 years ago, but nowadays in ISKCON, already disconnected. And check what happened there. Check, no, push it, push that one. The other one. How can we run like this? You should go today and get this, no? Fix. Anyway, I knew I speak to Zoom then. So then, but nowadays, like His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj, he is very, very attached to Chipped Rice Festival. Years before I have seen, maybe 20-30 years before, he personally used to conduct this Chipped Rice Festival in Panihati. In due course of time, there was some problem. He did not get good cooperation from Calcutta management. ISKCON had some problem. Then he moved to Atlanta, the new Panihati festival. Since then, in Atlanta, this Panihati festival has taken such a big shape. The devotees from all over America, they come. Fortunately, I was there for 1 or 2 times during festival, and I have seen so many varieties of chipped rice. Maybe we should try to get that recipe from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. That Mexican style chipped rice, then Italian with Italian spice, with South Indian spice, with Bengali spice. So many varieties of recipes are there. I will request them to publish that recipe. Atlanta, they do that. Anyway, Nityananda Prabhu used these ingredients. देन सातकुंडी विप्र तार आगे ते रखिला नित्यानंद प्रभु दे पुट a nice spread a nice cloth. Nityananda Prabhu sitting there on the platform. Then 7 pots of cheap rice were placed in front of Nityananda Prabhu, and surrounding the Chabutara platform, all devotees, hundreds of devotees, were sitting there. The name we should listen also, very auspicious to listen. Those fortunate Parsadas of Nityananda Prabhu who were present there: Ramadasa, Sundarananda, Das Gadadhar, Murari Kamalakara, Sadashiva Purandar, Dhananjaya, Jagadish, Parameshwara Das, Mahesha Gauri Das, Hoda Krishna Das, Uddharana Dattadi Datta Nijagan, Uppare Basila Sab Kekare Ganan. So according to their position, some people are sitting on top platform, some are sitting at the bottom on the ground. So hundreds of people were there. And hearing this Mahotsav is going on, all Brahmana Bhattacharyas, they also came. And Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu is very respectful to Brahmanas. When many people they came, but many Brahmanas, Bhattacharya, that is Bhattacharya is very, that time whole society was controlled by Brahmanas. It's completely different. Social system was completely different that time. Then Nityananda Prabhu invited them and gave them place in a higher platform. Not neglecting, Brahmanas, they are not Vaishnava, not like that. They were very respectful. Then what he did, then he distributed 2 pots to everybody. Dui murtika kunda sabare age delo. 2 pots, clay pots, and 1 pot people they used to soak chipped rice with milk, and other pot people they soaked chipped rice with yogurt. So in this way, thousands of people sitting there. So everybody got ek janare dilo dui holna. Each of them they got 2 pots. Kono vipra upare stan na paya, dui holna chida bhija Ganga tire giya. Some Brahmanas, there is no place on the raised platform, so they went to the bank of Ganga and soaking chipped rice there. At one point there is no place on the bank of Ganga also. Tire sthana na paya ar kotajan, jole nami didha chadi dodhi chida karoy bhakkan. There is no place on the bank of the river, so they are standing inside the river and soaking the chipped rice and taking the chipped rice. So in this way, kehu upare, kehu tale, kehu Ganga tire. Some people sitting raised platform, some on the ground, some bank of Ganga. So 20 people, devotees, they started distributing different places. So all this festival going on. So Raghav Pandit came, his house is nearby. But that day Nityananda Prabhu was supposed to take lunch prasad in his house. So Raghav Pandit waiting, what is happening? Why so late? Maybe he must be busy in cooking. Then he came out, then he saw this whole festival is taking place there. Hasite lagila dekhi hoya bismata. Raghav Pandit became very surprised to see, and he started to laugh also. She started to laugh. And what happened? I preparing lunch for you, you are here. He told, I offered bhoga, prasad for you, and you are coming and doing festivals here. Then Mahaprabhu said, no, whatever you have to keep, I'll eat all those. Now I'll eat only chipped rice, yogurt. And evening time I'll go to your house and I'll eat whatever you have cooked there. Nityananda Prabhu said. Nityananda Prabhu said, you see, you have cooked for me very good. See, but I am a cowherd boy, because I am a cowherd boy. So I like Pulina Bihar like this, on the bank of river. Cowherd boy means he refers that in previous pastime, he was Balaram. So he is saying, I am cowherd boy. हाँ आमी सुख पाई এই पुलिन भोजने पुलिन रंगे हाँ I enjoyed to have this kinds of pastimes on the bank of river. Then he said, okay, you also stay here. Nityananda told Raghav Pandit, he handed over 2 clay pots to him. You join our festival. So Raghav Pandit, he started also soak water preparing chipped rice. So in this way, everything arranged. All the ingredients were brought. Clay pots were brought, some big pots, the chipped rice were soaked, then 50% soaked with the condensed milk, 50% with yogurt. And all brahmanas came, many people came, they're giving their proper places. Then Raghav Pandit came, each got 2 clay pots, one for soaking the chipped rice with milk, other for the yogurt. So everything ready. Then everything, but nobody eating. Nityananda has to eat now. So everything ready. Then Nityananda Prabhu, Dhanete Tabe Prabhu Mahaprabhu, he sat down on meditation. By meditation, he brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri. So Mahaprabhu came. So when Mahaprabhu came, Nityananda Prabhu was sitting down. So immediately he got up. Mahaprabhu आइला देखी निताई उठिला तारे लया सबार चिड़ा देखिते लागेला. So Nityananda Prabhu got up and he took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He walked around the devotees to show Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how each and every devotees, they have the chipped rice, yogurt and milk. So they are going and everybody had prepared, 2 pots. They are holding 2 pots. Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walking. But people can see only Nityananda Prabhu. They cannot see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only Nityananda Prabhu could see, and some very most fortunate people have seen that. So what Nityananda Prabhu is walking along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, looking all the devotees. Then what Nityananda Prabhu was doing, out of fun he would take from everybody's pot some chipped rice and put into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mouth. But people will just see that Nityananda Prabhu is picking up from the pots and taking some, but they can see Mahaprabhu. They can see chipped rice goes and disappearing from there. Sakala kundira holnar chidar eka grass Mahaprabhu mukhe dehen kari parihas. Parihas? What is the meaning parihas? What is English of parihas? Parihas means in a mocking way, and very out of fun. He do like that. Hasi Mahaprabhu are grass laya. तार मुखे दिया खावाया हसिया हसिया. So both Prabhu and Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu take some morsel of chipped rice, put in Mahaprabhu's mouth, and Mahaprabhu take some chipped rice and put into Nityananda Prabhu's mouth. Very sweet, interesting pastime. In this way, both Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu walking in between the devotees. And all the devotees watching this fun, what is going on? So they don't see why Nityananda is happening these things. Only Mahaprabhu darsana paye kono bhagyavane. Some very fortunate person would have seen that Mahaprabhu. Tabe hasi Nityananda basila asane tari kundi aroya chida rakhila dahine. Then Nityananda Prabhu sit down and he placed 4 pots of charikundi chida, 4 pots of chipped rice to his right side. Then what he did, he put an asan for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. And he made Mahaprabhu to sit on that asan. Then both Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they started honoring that chipped rice. Dui bhai tabe chida khaite lagila. They started to eat that chipped rice. So Nityananda Prabhu is very happy. Who will not be happy? Such a beautiful atmosphere on the bank of Ganga, and the summer season, under the banyan tree must be cooling breeze on the bank of Ganga. Thousands of devotees. The most Rasika Nityananda Prabhu is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has joined also. So who will not be happy? Dekhi Nityananda Prabhu Anandita Haila. He is very happy. Then due to ecstasy, he exhibited different kinds of nice expressions. Then he told, everything ready? He told all the devotees to start eating. Agya dila hari boli karaha bhojan, hari hari dhane uthila bharila bhuvan, hari bol, hari bol, hari bol. The whole universe got filled with the sound vibration of hari bol, hari bol. And all the devotees, Hari Hari Bali Vaishnav Karena Bhajan. They are chanting Hari Hari, Hari Hari, and eating. And they are remembering Pulina Bhajana Savar Hoila Smaran. So Balaram, Krishna Balaram, they used to do Pulina Bhajan. They used to eat like this on the bank of Yamuna. So everybody would remember that. So in this way, Nityananda Prabhu, he accepted the service of Raghunath Das. Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful, very munificent. He made Raghunath Das very fortunate. Who can understand the power of Nityananda Prabhu, who did this Pulina Bhajan, and he brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there also by his power. So this festival going on, so by hearing this festival news, so many people came to sell cheap rice and yogurt and sugar there. There's a big festival, wherever in India festival means many people they come to sell things. So many people they came to sell cheap rice, yogurt, and what Raghunath Das would do, he would buy all ingredients from them and feed them also. Chida Dodhi Sandesha Kala Anila Bechite, they brought for selling. Drabya Jata Drabya Loya Aise He Sab Mulla Kari Loy Tar Drabya Mulla Diya Tahare Khawai. He pays for that and he feeds them also. So in this way, hearing this fun, many thousands of people are coming and joining. So I can believe this because I have seen in my eyes many years before, about 20-30 years before, when we used to organize cheap rice distribution under the direction of His Holiness Jayapataka Goswami Guru Maharaj. I have seen how thousands of people would come to offer cheap rice under that banyan tree, and His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj arranged. No other society would arrange like this except ISKCON. We build a big pandal, quintals of cheap rice, yogurt, mango would buy and mix everything. Thousands of people, full stomach cheap rice, they would eat. That really reminds me, for Nityananda Prabhu's time, it must be happening like this. So, Bhajana Kari Nityananda Achamana Kahila. Nityananda Prabhu, after eating, he washed his hand. Then Raghunath Das had not eaten. Chari kunder avasesah Raghunath dila. Then he gave the remnants to Raghunath Das Goswami. Ar tini kundiye avasesa chila. 4 out of 7 pots Nityananda Prabhu had arranged. 4 pots he gave to Raghunath Das and 3 pots grase kari vipra sab bhakte dila. The Nityananda Prabhu prasad was distributed to all the assembled Vaishnavas there. Then after taking prasadam, the next program is, this is the Vaishnava way. I have seen in Bengal, in Bangladesh, when you visit some Grihastha house or some festivals, they do like this. When you go, they will give you water to wash your feet. Then give a nice place. Then do some puja, flower garland. No, puja, then they'll offer you prasad. Then after prasad, Pushpamala Viprani Prabhu Gale Dila. After that, they give a flower garland and chandan also. They put chandan also. And after chandan, they give betel nut also. Nityananda Prabhu used to eat pan. Sebaka tambula laya kare samarpana. Hasya hasya Prabhu kare sarvana. Yeah, his secretary gave him betel nut, pan. We don't eat pan, but that time Vaishnavas were eating pan. Vaishnavas can eat pan. We can offer pan also to the deities. Every day we offer pan to deity, but we don't eat. I heard that Vaishnavas used to in Jagannath also they offer pan. They call it bidia pan. Bidia pan means usually in pan they use some intoxication things. But bidia pan means these are not used. Other ingredients are used called bidia pan. But in ISKCON we don't use. In Gaudiya Math also, because Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada when he established Gaudiya Math, he did not want people to chew pan, make their face red, and afterwards all teeth become black. Then they will spit everywhere. To avoid this problem, he stopped eating pan also. Mala chandana tambula sesaje achila Srihaste Prabhu taha sabakare banti dela. So after putting garland and accepting chandan and pan, betel nut, whatever left over, then Nityananda Prabhu personally went. Then he distributed among all the devotees, and all devotees were very happy to get the remnants of Nityananda Prabhu. So in this way, Nityananda Prabhu, he blessed Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami got a good punishment. Mahaprabhu used to do like punish also like this when he was engaging devotees in the Puri for Gundicha Marjana. And Mahaprabhu tell, I want to see how much you are collecting. Are you putting your heart to your service or not? Mahaprabhu said, I will check. Maybe that time also some people are there, they are neglecting. And to encourage the Mahaprabhu said, if whatever you collect, all the dots, you keep separately. And I will go to each person, see, and whoever collecting less dots, I will punish them. And what is punishment? And that person has to feed prasad to all the devotees. The special way of punishing in Vaishnava community. So in this way, Raghunath Das was blessed. Eita kahilu nityaha nandera vihara chidadadhi mahotsava name khyati jar. So in this way, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying that now thus I have described the sweet pastimes of Lord Nityananda, which is famous as Chidadadhi Mahotsav. Just imagine what miracle Prabhupada has done. 500 years ago, something happened on the bank of Ganga. Who would know that that festival will be celebrated at one time all over the world? Very surprising. 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna had done some Jhulan Jatra in a remote village called Nandagaon or Vrindavan. Who knows Vrindavan by that time? Some forest, in some grove. He was having these Jhulan pastimes, swing festivals. Now we see all over the world, people are doing these swing festivals. So this is incredible things and special mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And more than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is special mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Jane jane shakti dhare brahmanda tarite pare. Prabhupada was endowed that kind of power. The brahmanda tarite pare. That he could engage all methods, javanas, irrespective of caste, creed, every corner of the world now celebrating these kinds of festivals. It's a very interesting thing. Then after that, evening time, after having this Pulin Utsav festival, Nityananda Prabhu, then he went, he took a rest. So Mahaprabhu was there also. There's nice evening time, big chanting, dancing. Nityananda Prabhu made everybody to dance. He himself started to dance also. It's written that you cannot compare to that dance. Nityar madhuri keba barnibare pare. Mahaprabhu aise jai nritya dekhibare. Who can describe that sweet kirtan, chanting and dancing? So attractive, even Mahaprabhu coming to see. So Mahaprabhu, he has three kinds of appearance. One is Pratyaksha, then Abhirbhava and Abesa. Pratyaksha darshan. Pratyaksha darshan means wherever personally, physically he is present, devotees, people they see, that is called Sakkhat darshan, Sakkhat darshan is one kind of his appearance is Sakkhat darshan. Another is Abes. But Mahaprabhu, he is present in Puri, people in Bengal cannot see him. So how they will get blessings? Then there is Abesa. Sometimes he would manifest himself within a qualified devotee, like Nisringananda Brahmachari. There are some Brahmachari, I forgot the name. In Ambua Mulak, that's a place. That place is Nakul Brahmachari. He appeared in his body, the Abesa, this is called Abesa. In different times, it's called Abesa. And another is Abhirbhav. And Abhirbhav, he appears. In 4 places he appears. If you can remember correctly, in the Srivas Angane, when lot of chanting is going on, Sachir Angane to eat prasadam, the Nityananda Nartane, when Nityananda Prabhu dancing, in one more place like this. So 3 kinds of appearance. One is Sakkhat darshan, another is Abes, another is Abhirbhav. So Mahaprabhu also came there and they had nice chanting and dancing, then they all took nice prasad. So what are you understanding from this? The Mahaprabhu's movement. What is Mahaprabhu's movement? Mahaprabhu's movement is chant, dance, when you become hungry, take prasad. Then take little rest, then chant and dance, when you become hungry, then take prasad. This is Mahaprabhu's movement. When I go to Bangladesh, I personally experience Bangladeshi people, the same mood. They just invite you. They are not so much interested with all philosophical discussion, this, that. Even if I give class, for hours they will be sitting and hearing. Whether they understand or not, I don't know, but they will be hearing at least. They understand definitely, they enjoy. But the more enjoyment is taking prasadam and chanting, dancing. They will inviting, elaborate prasad, hundreds of varieties of prasadam. So Mahaprabhu's movement is eating and chanting. So sometimes I think Mahaprabhu is so merciful. If still we cannot make it, then we are a hopeless case. So Raghav Pandit was cooking there. How many varieties cannot be uncountable? Raghavar, Ghare Randhe, Radha Thakurani. As if Srimati Radharani came to cook in the house of Raghav Pandit. Durvasar Thainte ha Paya Chena Bara Amrita Hoite Pak Tar Adhika Madhur. Radharani has been blessed by Durvasa Muni. In my Radharani book, I have described this beautiful pastimes. How one day Radharani was playing with her friends. And Durvasa Muni came. And all her friends, they ran away because Durvasa Muni looks very little bit ferocious, must be. With long beard and jata, jutta, everything. Everybody ran away, but Radharani did not run away. She was standing there. And Durvasa Muni told Radharani that you please cook some sweet rice for me. Immediately Radharani went, prepared some sweet rice and brought to, gave to Durvasa Muni. And he felt so happy. It must be very enjoyable. Sweet rice cooked by Radharani is not ordinary thing. Then he was enjoying like anything. What a minute. Then Durvasa so happy. Durvasa blessed that whatever you cook it will be very tasty, and whoever will eat food cooked by you will have no disease, will have strong body and long life. Of course, before she being blessed, she was like that, but for this pastimes, for sake of pastimes, Durvasani blessed Radharani. For the pretext of this, Mother Jashoda would send every day somebody to bring Radharani to her house to cook for Krishna, because she is blessed by Durvasa Muni. If she will cook for my son will become strong, free from disease, have a long life. They are using like this. So in that way, they had nice festival. Then Raghunath Das came and again offered obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu. Please bless me, what to do? They said, you are blessed. Mahaprabhu personally came to your festival, you are blessed. And right after that, then Raghunath went to the house. He did not enter house. He slept in a Durga Mandap. After a few days, pretext of something, though there's heavy security there, then Shivananda Sen was going to Puri with all the devotees. Then Raghunath Das managed and he left house and he straight went to Puri 12 days. In 12 days, Raghunath Das Goswami, he walked from Calcutta all the way to Puri. Only 3 times he ate on the way. He is so mad to reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so eager to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the eagerness one supposed to have to meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you compare that, what kind of eagerness we have? Nothing. And through this pastime, the teaching is, without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, one cannot reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das was trying so much to meet Mahaprabhu, but always there is hindrance. But once he met Nityananda Prabhu, and the path was wide open, smooth, and immediately he reached the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So today, what is this? Today is that auspicious day that we are celebrating in Mayapur. Srila Jayapataka Guru Maharaj could not go Atlanta because of lockdown. Otherwise he would be there, but he cannot stay idle. Every day Jayapataka Maharaj with this problem, every day since lockdown period starts, 7,000 plates of prasadams are distributed. Our community people are giving rice, dal, sabji, raw ingredients. And he has desire just expressed 2 days before that 5,000 people's cheap rice should be prepared. It was declared in the community. All community people are so happy. Srila Jayapataka Maharaj wanted to sponsor this cheap rice festival, but devotees are so happy. So they brought tons of cheap rice, yogurt, molasses. So today they are preparing a very big festival. I hope I am here in Jagannath Temple, Rajapur. So here also we will have a small festival, and I hope they will broadcast through Mayapur TV. So what should be our prayer on this auspicious day? When you are saying His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj personally will be there, and in big pandal thousands of devotees are fed Siradhahi, does this happen in my... I was telling now, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj is arranging big festival, big pandal, cheap rice distribution. The question is, this was happening in Mayapur or Panihati? Not in Mayapur, this is in Panihati. Original place, the Panihati. That time Mayapur, there is no celebration at Mayapur. But now we have a temple in Panihati, just next to the banyan tree. And Srila Prabhupada wanted to have a temple there. And finally, long after His Holiness Bhakti Sai Maharaj, he managed to have a place there, and we have devotees staying there. And very nicely they are organizing that festival. So Hemanga Haladhar Prabhu has asked this question, and what should be our prayer on this auspicious day? I will pray that Nityananda Prabhu, that you manifest this pastime just to deliver Raghunath, to allow him to reach the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we should pray on this auspicious day, Nityananda Prabhu, please bless us also like that, as you blessed Raghunath Das Goswami. So he could easily, smoothly, he could reach unto the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So by the blessings of Nityananda Prabhu, you can reach also. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, now time 2 minutes delayed. So this evening, every day, morning 8 to 9 a.m. I am giving katha on special day and special topics like today. From tomorrow again I will continue Jagannath Katha. Every day we will discuss about Jagannath Katha and Rath Yatra. On different events we discussed our Snan Purnima and Anasar, yesterday Anavasar. Then tomorrow we will discuss about Netra Utsav, etc. So you can visit this on my Facebook. What they will write, Bhakti Purushottam Swami Facebook, morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and every day evening 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. we will have question answer session also. Whatever language you will ask question, English, Bengali, Hindi, Oriya, the answer I will give in same language. I am doing that because throughout the day from different places people are requesting to speak on Zoom. So that is not possible like that. So I fixed a time. Anybody wants to listen Jagannath Katha because Jagannath Rath Yatra is very close. So people who have develop interest, and it's good also to develop that mood, imbibe that mood. Jagannath Rath Yatra, it is good to listen about Rath Yatra and Jagannath Puri and about Jagannath. That's why I decided every day 1 hour we will discuss. Whoever you are interested, you can come to this Facebook, or 1 or 2 Zoom line we can manage. 1 line, not 2. Only 1 Zoom we can manage also. Okay. Thank you so much for your kindness, for giving me this opportunity. Bangalore congregation, Jagannath Prabhu, thank you so much also. Haribol, yes.
Devotees are waiting. Can you visit their home, Maharaj? There are 40 devotees who have made ready. If you are okay, we will go to each house, Maharaj.
I am ready to go, but one problem is there. I can see the chipped rice, but I cannot eat the chipped rice. So next time when I go to Bangalore, you should bring me to this 40 devotees house, so I can eat their house personally. Otherwise I cannot eat. I can smell also. I can only through only one sense, through eyes I can see. I cannot engage my nose. I cannot engage my mouth. So